From Ignite in Lansing, we now take you to the vehicle city, Flint. Flint was established in 1855 and is most famous for being the birthplace in 1908 of General Motors. This next segment, produced by Michigan State University, highlights the story of Jackie and Dora King with their youth at Harvesting Earth Farm, where kids learn to grow and practice martial arts at the same time.
I've tried to beat you up every day. That's what I do well. That move ain't fast enough. And you guys kept coming back. That's all I got to say to you. You will have a job. But remember, you got to work. You got to make the boss happy. Cole, is that good, Captain? Yes, sir. One way or the other.
Jessica, it's your birthday, so we gon' party. We going to the crib and we getting hearty. We gon' eat some real good meat. I hope you have fun on your 17th.
Yeah, we at the Harvesting Earth Green Farm. Got potatoes and collard greens too. We about to go back to the hood and cook them though with some neck bones and some chicken bones. Yeah. She's 17 of. No, I'm done.
Oh, he about to.
Happy birthday!
These guys, how they approach the farming and how they do it. They know whose farm this is. Ain't no way I can take this with me. When they put my little old body in the casket, what am I gonna do? Take all this and put it in there with me? No, it's theirs.
We're 20 and 30 years behind on so many things. So we just haven't made the kind of progress that we need to. There hasn't been good planning. There's been a lot of just managing decline.
What we're trying to do is a systems change. We're trying to build up a small local economy that that is place-based, that can't pick up and go somewhere else, which is what General Motors did here.
So not only is this automobile industry been hurting us, we've been hurting ourselves just as much.
Jackie used to work at GM, as a matter of fact, and like he said, he used to build cars, and now we build character, we believe.
We call our farm Youth Karatika, Harvesting Earth Farm. We have, not only vegetables but we also have chickens. We started by doing community service. Kids would come here and study martial arts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as they come in and study karate, we teach them farming because we associate them both together with self-defense, good eating and good self-defense and taking care of yourself.
I mean, it's good physical activity, it's excellent stress release. All of those things work for our advantage as far as the workout goes in the martial arts training. But the food aspect of it took it a bit further with our self-defense thinking.
Jackie and Dora King, who, they weren't growers when they started this.
Long ago, most martial artists were farmers. It was just something that we did, but I've always been a farmer in my heart. We've been farming now at this particular farm about 2 years.
It was about poverty and how poverty sucks the life out of people. And if that's all they ever see and all they ever come in contact with, you can understand how it can, bend our mentality even. And that the sense of hope is the one inoculation that we have against poverty.
Greens, onions, peppers, potatoes, tomatoes, different other things.
He was harvesting potatoes, and one of our guys came over and said, "No way do potatoes come out of the ground," And he was like, "There's just no way." And he said, "Yeah, where did you think they came from, And this young blood said, "From a potato tree."
We have the kids now selling their own food that they grow. And now that's another aspect, because now you're talking about kids making money, and then the money staying within your community.
So that young blood got to harvest 300 feet of potatoes that weekend, so I don't think he's ever going to forget where those potatoes come from.
We just tell the kids, you just have to work hard. You have to believe in yourself. You have to feel you worthy. You have to feel that there is hope, and there is hope in this community. But when you get up every morning and you look at a vacant lot and it's a dump, and you go down the street and there's another dump. I mean, half the street is gutted out. You're on your way to school. It plays havoc on the mind. You take that same place, you fix it up, put some flowers out there, it brings that hope back. This is going to happen in Genesee County. Now that we have this vacant land, we're going to take that vacant land and we're going to make green spaces out of it. We're going to raise food out of it, and we're going to sell food within our community. And I vision that this will be the #1 hub for urban farming in the United States in the next 10 years.
I just like, planting food, like producing organic food for people. It's better than what we get at the restaurants and all the stores, because we don't know where it's coming from. But we know this is being grown right here. We're not putting no chemicals or nothing on it.
It takes funding, it takes money. We were fortunate enough to get tied in with Ruth Mott Foundation. And Ruth Mott Foundation was kind enough to give us a grant, a nice grant to get started, to get the things we needed to get to this level.
What happened at King's Karate, this wasn't just removing the trash from the site. This was removing the trash from the site.
That was actually 20 years of dumping.
And then removing the trash from the site.
And it took us 2 years to clean it off.
And then removing the trash from the site.
And now we're engaging so we can go to the next level.
And then removing the trash from the site. And then tilling in organic soil and growing cover crops.
The piece of property that has a greenhouse on it was, we had 4 gondolas of garbage we took off of. They had dumped on that place for decades, and this is according to the neighbors that have lived there 40 years and have told us, all I got to see for the last 20 years was junk, and it was so bad and for so long, even one of the big trees had a tire inside of it.
We need thousands of jobs here in the city of Flint. I don't have any problem with folks doing some urban gardening with some hoop houses, but I think it's important to put it in perspective that that's about 5% of the solution that we need for jobs and economic development in this city.
And we want to be, in another 2 years, we want to be self-sufficient. We don't want to have to go and ask for the grant dollar. We feel that we'll be able to do what we have to do, and Ruth Mott has been real kind to us, and they look at what we're doing. They won't let you move so fast that you'll get off track, but they won't slow you down. And that's why we really like them as a partner, because they're looking out for us as well as themselves. And they feel that we're doing the same thing. We don't want to get funding from a funder and can't use it, or we don't want to abuse it. We want to make it work. And they promised us that they'll stick with us if we stick with the project. Yeah! Something like that. That's cool. I'm gonna be honest. Whoever. I do not have to have no F-150 that I'm scared